Thank you.
What I need to know is, number one, why it was legal to prevent me from coming to the hearing. And I need to know, second, why it was legal for the district attorney and the judge to not utilize my data, not protect security of the citizens of this city, this county, by asking the culprit for the name of the shooter and the name of the guy. We'll be going forward. I don't care if it takes 2 years. We're going all the way to the bottom of this case.
Mm-hmm. Well, for first off, you have the right to come to any hearing.
Oh, I've been pushed in my face by specifically the lady in charge, Shelley Neal. She's been very emphatic. I had no right to come.
Okay, she is with the district attorney's office.
Yes, and strangely, I'm not out to put somebody in prison. I'm not into the formalities. I'm into information. Mm-hmm. If somebody shoots a pistol, maybe I'll take him to a social worker or a sociologist. I worked for 9 years with low-income people through welfare and war on poverty. Mm-hmm. Some people I'd like to throw the key away and put them into the prison. Others I think they need and would benefit. The point is, if you shoot a pistol up in the air and no one cares, next year you may shoot it through someone's head.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't have to be a genius to know that if you don't stop somebody from trouble, he will expand it.
Mr. Ng, give me your son's name.
Shirley, and I have a boy. See, I'm the one that filled out the whole case. So, son is David Ng, E-N-G.
And do you know who the assailants?
Yes, yeah, I'm the only expert. I mean, I turn in everything in written form, so they don't. Yes, his name is Charles E. Fowlkes, F-O-W-L-K-E-S.
F-O-W-L-K-E-S.
Yes, now he has been treated. He has been punished, and then they reduced his penalties, and they refunded to me the money that we spent for the doctor. We thought our son, he had medical care, and we discovered that our son is not injured, so we have no problem. And I have no bitterness toward Fowlkes. His father is a lawyer. But the judge and the district attorney chose not to get the rest of the story. And I am told they had no right or business to do that. And I do not understand that in this United States.
Well, that is, I don't know why Ms. Neal was telling you that you had no right to come to the hearing, because that wasn't true.
And I wanted to ask the question of, I mean, I'm being maybe overstatement here, but I'm speeding in my car at 70, it's 55. The man next to me shoots out the window and shoots somebody. I plead guilty to the driving, therefore that is the only case. Let's say I'm under 18, that's the problem. Then I'm a teenager, so we're treating me as a juvenile, and I'm promising to do 40 hours of city hell. So you are reducing my case because I'm a good fellow pleading guilty to my driving at 70 miles. You do not ask me who shot out of my car, because that's not part of my case. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that is what I have been told over and over.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can certainly understand your frustration with this whole thing. And
it's not for my son. On the point, I'm acting as a citizen. I want to know who shoots a pistol.
Exactly. What I'm going to do, Mr. Ng, is this is the first time this has come to my attention.
Yes.
And for that, I don't know. All I can assume is that you got caught in the district attorney's ball of whatever was going on.
Strangely, I was asked to come. See, we were told to bring witnesses, and so we wear suit and tie, and we come, and we're all there at the hour for the hearing. Hearing was December 4th at 1 p.m. We're heard, I'm told over and over and over that the charge was this, the charge was that. I'm saying, excuse me, that word, I am a writer with 2 books out, another one coming. I'm saying the word charge is all right, but it is not in the document that you handed me. The word charge is not in the format. It was for explain in detail what this child did is the framework here. I put all of that in, and then they want witness says. I put that in. They keep going on what charge is. Well, that's to them charging the boy for beating my son, but I thought we were dealing with the boldness. If you're a partner to a gang that shoots a gun, that is a separate charge. If you like the word charge. And they reduced it to what he did to my son, and then they punished him for that, and they reduced the penalties for that, and I'm not against that. That's over with. So I'm just telling you, over and again, they used the word charge rather emphatically to me, and one of the men that has talked to me, he's polite, but he's firm against my position, is, let's see, yes, Jim Todd. Very emphatic that there is no rights for any of this. He's even said I should get detectives to come back in and reinvestigate. I have the common sense that says the best time in life was while that boy was in his trial. He would be the most likely to tell you the most things. Common sense. When you're in a trial, you would remember 7 gang members, not 3. 6 months later or 4 months, you're going to say, gee, I don't remember who shot the gun. Or you might say, they kept saying he didn't have to respond. And I said, Fifth Amendment. Yes, that's true. You can ask me if I was involved with James Earl Ray, and I can say I refuse to answer. But you're not committing a crime by asking me if I was in on the Martin Luther King killing. I can't sue you. If you accuse me, I could sue you. But if you just ask, was I there? I say, I refuse to answer under the Fifth Amendment. Okay. We can move on. You have to, but they kept saying they could not ask because he would not have to respond on. I said, well, why can't you ask? A 16 and 15-year-old boy isn't going to answer. We don't.
What I'm going to do, Mr. Ang, is I'm going to personally look into this.
I appreciate that.
I'm one of the assistants to Judge Hookoff. And I'm going to get back with you the first of next week.
Okay, I have no hurry, and I'm not out to, at some point, if I run out of opportunity, I'll just do what I can do that is negative, but if there is a positive position or opportunity that I cannot see, as you seem to be totally open, so I'm not going to say any more, or I'm not going to be calling anybody else.
Well, one of my jobs here is to look into complaints that folks have. And, if I can't do something personally, I'm going to give you someone, an authority that you can complain to.
Yes, because I'm out for law enforcement. I have a house in East Nashville that I rent, and I lived in East Nashville from 77 through 94, and I could write you a long chapter on all the chaos that we have seen over there. And what is it like being a policeman? They've come to my house over there repeatedly because some tenant called them or created a problem or on and on. I've never called. But the poor police have to come, and the cases are dropped, and on it goes. So what's it like? It's law enforcement. And here we have, yes, one policeman showed, by the way, and he, more than one person has blamed that he should have gone further, but I've called him, and he thought that the juvenile thing was out of his hands. He couldn't do anything. He did show up you see, in a parking lot with a restaurant. And I gave them restaurant persons' names who knew something. They saw something. And one person in my document knew something. He's not a victim. He's not a guilty person. He was somebody that saw the shooting, and he left. They don't know his name, but they got his license number. So once again, he could be recruited and maybe give us information. I gave all of this, and I even investigated traffic accidents for approximately 2 years. So I have that investigative brain. If I don't know what happened in the car wreck till I get to the bottom of it, I don't care if it's a rich guy that crashed a drunk guy. He may still have been wrong, as I found out once.
Yeah.
So I get to the bottom, I hope, of detail. And I have no, and if you can't do minimum research when somebody's in court, why not ask him? Gee, what do I have to say?
Just for my own clarification, what would give you a sense of closure with this case?
Well, I would presume that the juvenile court would get back onto it and find out who fired the shot. I would assume they would want to finish what they started. Or, finish what I started. I think the shooter is the problem, because every day you open the paper, there's been some shooting or some gang, or every other day. And otherwise, that district attorney should be removed from office.
Right.
Or the judge. The judge is the part of the problem. I mean, I'm not allowed to talk to him. He cannot return a call. His name was Wendell Cook.
Cook.
Yeah.
He is actually one of our referees who he's a lawyer, but he serves at the pleasure of the elected official.
I'll say one thing I don't know. Maybe they toned down my write-up and turned in a specific, narrower complaint. Therefore, the prosecutor, she didn't seem to be unaware, however, but I mean, she may have been handed a much more narrow, well, she was, I'll bet. So if somebody takes my paperwork and pulls out the actual case on so-and-so, and then doesn't say that he's a knower, he doesn't, I still think that's preposterous. If you committed a specific crime and you're part of a gang that commits another crime, why you're not adjudicated for your knowledge of the other crime. Because shooting a gun is illegal. I can't fire a pistol in my backyard, even if I shoot it in the ground or in the air. Okay, but somebody did reduce what I turned in.
All right.
We could say that the prosecutor didn't have the whole 9 yards, but I don't know that she wouldn't get the whole. I don't know that they wouldn't give her the rest of the papers just for her file, Shelley. Okay.
I will be glad to look into this, and I will be back in touch with you.
I can come down and have a low-key, off-the-record meeting or anything else, too, with anyone. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.